So we are going to do a homemade comet, and this, so I need to put on my gloves, is kept at, it will stay at 109.3 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is negative 109, okay? Negative 109 degrees. So you don't want to touch this with your bare hand. It'll give you frostbite very quickly, okay? But this is, what you're looking at is a hunk of frozen CO2. Everybody say CO2.
CO2.
What does CO2 stand for?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. And do you see what it's doing right now? Do you remember from the Astronomy Web Quest page, there was a question, when it goes right from a solid to a gas, without turning liquid first, what is that called? Elise? Starts with an S. Andrew? Subliming. This is subliming. Do you see that? It's going straight from a solid to a gas. I could tell it was subliming the minute I took it out of the cooler at Myers, because as soon as I did, the bag that it was in started swelling out with carbon dioxide gas. Now, carbon dioxide is the gas that you and I breathe. It feels cool when it goes. It's heavier. If you notice, just stay away. If you notice, carbon dioxide is heavier than most of the air. By the way, did you know, this is a weird little fact about our atmosphere. Did you know that the most common gas in our atmosphere is not oxygen? It's actually...
Hydrogen.
Yeah, you'd think that, but no.
Helium?
No. Nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most common gas, but that's just a little trivia. So we're going to make a comet now, and basically the head of a comet is called the, do you remember this?
Nucleus.
Nucleus. Just like you have a nucleus of an atom, you have a nucleus or a head of a comet. I think what I'll do, did you hear that? Making noise. Anyways, I think what I'll do is just put this all in a couple of bags. So the nucleus of a comet is mostly dry ice, frozen CO2, okay? So we are actually creating very much like what a real comet would have in it. By the way, do you remember a name of probably the most famous comet? Halley's. Some people pronounce it in England, they call it Halley's Comet. Halley's, but it's Halley's Comet, yeah. Do you remember, there were a couple others that were named on that web quest?
It was like Shoemaker.
The Shoemaker-Levy Comet. Do you remember what planet the Shoemaker-Levy Comet, it split apart and then it slammed into with the power of several nuclear bombs? Jupiter, which still has marks on it, today from that comet. So, one of the missions that the Space Shuttle Simulator, thanks guys, one of the missions that the Space Shuttle Simulator goes to is a mission to Halley's Comet. And I'm not sure if that was actually the comet that NASA did, but they did shoot a robotic probe into the nucleus of a comet to try and see what a comet was made up of, okay? What they found more than anything was frozen CO2, okay? Then there was some mystery substance, and so I'm going to simulate the mystery substance, just a mix of different chemicals. My mystery substance is also known as Worcestershire sauce, W sauce. This is brownish mystery stuff, and you can see when it hits the frozen CO2, it makes the frozen CO2 sublime even faster. Oh, we got some leaking Worcestershire sauce. This stuff's hard to say. No, it tastes terrible. So I'm going to bag this up a little bit more. Can you give me those 2 Meyer bags, too? Just quadruple bag it. Because we're going to beat on this with a hammer in a minute. And crush it up. So it's mostly crushed CO2. Kind of a mix of different chemicals. There's some ammonia and different things like that in there. I'm not going to put ammonia in here because I don't want you breathing it in, but if I were really doing this accurately, I'd dump some ammonia in. But that stuff smells terrible and it will burn your nostrils. So, and then rocks and dust mixed in. I don't know if these big rocks are going to really mix in with it, but we'll try and get some of the little dudes. And here goes nothing.
It's totally.
So, gotta break up the CO2. It's subliming. Do you see that? So we're breaking up the dry ice, and then we're gonna try and make a big, dirty ice ball.
Popped off the bottom.
Yeah, that's okay. Which is basically what a comet is. Okay? And then I kind of like Lucas's idea. I don't like throwing this at someone, but it's hard to kind of pack. Can you do me a favor? I need a little bit of water to make this pack together.
I have a water.
In that tall cover.
I have a water bottle.
Preston, give me that. Oh, you got a water bottle right there. Give me a squirt, will you?
I have a water.
Never mind, Preston. I'll tell you when. Just give a squirt. Keep going. A little bit more. That's good. Okay. We got it.
Whoa.
Okay, so,
Whoa.
and the hard part about this is packing it down. Okay, trying to get enough pressure on this because the gas, as it sublimes, is pushing back against my hands. You can really feel the pressure. You're all feeling it.
Guys, the camera. Okay, everybody.
All right, back up.
Back up, people.
Okay.
Air conditioning.
Now, one thing while we're doing this, can you draw, do you see this little diagram, Corinne?
There?
Yeah. Can you draw that on the board for me? Will you erase Fisher what I got up there about the layers of atmosphere? So Corinne's going to draw for me a little diagram, you guys, of why you see the tail of a comet, okay? Just like you saw the CO2 subliming out of the bag as I squished it, and as Ella added some water. The tail of a comet, as a comet orbits the sun, right? The sun's gravity is huge, so it's pulling that comet into its orbit around it, right? But then the comet is subliming from the heat of the sun, obviously, right? Because there's no way it's going to stay at 109.3, negative 109.3, with the sun's energy on it. Yeah? So in order to not sublime it, it'd have to be at least 109.3 degrees below zero. Yeah? And that's Fahrenheit, okay? Pretty cold. I'm trying to get this packed so it sticks together. That's the hard part. Let's see if we got a comet. But then as it orbits the sun, the tail faces away from the sun. See how she's drawn that? Okay, let's see if we got a comet. So basically a comet is a frozen ice ball. Yep, we got a comet. And it's irregularly shaped like this. It's not a perfect ball. But my comet's falling apart! Okay. Pack it back together.
Andrew, what if something
Don't
fell
touch.
What if
Do
something
not
fell on your
touch.
hand?
Okay, so that's basically a comet. And then as it goes around in outer space like that, it sublimes, and that's the tail of the comet that you see. Okay? Pretty cool, huh?
Now we throw it. There.
No.
Freeze the carpet.
Didn't that go up? All right. Now, again, while we have the dry ice, we might as well do one more cool kind of thing.
Water.
Oh, water. Okay. Wait, recording person. Is it still recording?
Okay, over there. All right, pause the recorder a minute.